Okay, now if you can see that
It's fine. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Calm down, girl.
The drama continues on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days because Rayne is on one. Quite frankly, I'm worried about the chickens back home, but not as much as I'm worried about Niles breaking the news to Matilda that he actually doesn't want to get married.
I think we're past the point of snowballing here. At this point, it's turning into an avalanche. The kind that swallows all of the skiers up and there's no survivors.
See, even he knows this is gonna be a total disaster, so let's get into it. 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, season 7, episode 7. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call. Okay, we gotta start with the Rayne and Chidi of it all because she's like mad that he won't leave his home with his family to go to a hotel room with her. Like, he's blind and celibate, and you're explosive and nuts. Why would he want to be alone with you?
I feel like an intruder. 1, an intruder in your pants, and 2, an intruder in the house.
But of course, it's not Chidi's misgivings about the relationship, it's his sister Victoria, because of some childhood premonition Rayne had about sisters in general.
I can't cope with sisters. I always felt deep down. There was a reason.
You see now,
look, see what happened?
you said you can't cope with sisters.
Shut up, Chidi.
It gets very unpleasant from here, honestly.
I don't like you because you do this and that. Okay, I'm done.
I'm certain she hasn't said this.
For you to say this, that means you're delusional.
Like, what does this mean?
Let me tell you this. When Earth first started, and yeah, roll your eyes. Good. Like I said, when Earth first started, it wasn't a program. Welcome to your program, okay?
Rayne decides to leave, which is probably for the best, but like, is she going back to the US or does Chidi's family need to like change the locks?
Even though he couldn't see me, he could hear my heart. And no matter what I said or done, nothing still wasn't enough.
Now, speaking of things feeling a little, ooh, we've got a really weird off-camera fight between Ingrid and Brian after Ingrid's friends were like, why aren't you two having sex yet? So it looks like they're gonna give it a go, but after production leaves, something nefarious feeling happens. Basically, they both agree that Brian didn't have a condom, which was a no-go for Ingrid, smart girl, and though he offered alternative next steps for their night, she got really upset when he tried and then left.
Então, quando eu falei que não, peraí, vamos ter paciência, esperar mais tempo, vamos, né? Ele ficou chateado e vazou.
It feels like we're missing something here, but you know it's bad when production steps in because they really don't help these people normally. Niles and Matilda also didn't have sex their first night together in Ghana, and not just because the fufu didn't sit well. Actually, Niles was the one to stop things.
With my ex-girlfriend, the sexual aspect became the only aspect of our relationship after a while. And again, I'm only human. No, I cannot go 6 rounds every single day. We are not designed. I don't think we men are designed to do that. We're designed to do that maybe twice a week.
Niles, I was unfamiliar with your game. Okay. These two continue to be really cute together, but I am like screaming at my TV, gnawing at the bars of my enclosure for Niles to tell Matilda he's not ready to get married yet. Her family is still actively planning this wedding, Niles. Tell her, why are you buying her a ring if you're not gonna get married this trip?
I'm thinking that around the same time I present this ring to her, it could be a good idea to tell Matilda that we need to postpone the wedding. I don't know if that's gonna mitigate the anger, but this is honestly the best idea I have.
We need to brainstorm something else, my friend. Speaking of happy-ish couples, Adnan and Tiger Lily's fight about double standards when it comes to like showing skin and shaking hands with the opposite sex ends with a quick I'm sorry and a bit of let's kick this issue down the road and ride a camel at Petra.
He has long eyelashes like me.
But there's not much road left to kick things down. Tiger Lily has to go home literally the next day, and she's not sure how this is gonna go when they're in this long-distance marriage.
Of course, I'm worried about being separated when our relationship is so new and fragile.
It is so difficult to me because this is the first time I feel someone I love her and my heart's breaking.
Then breaking my heart, we have Lauren and Faith, who meet up to discuss, you know, him having gonorrhea and cheating on her like once a week for their entire relationship.
So once a week in every week.
Yes.
If Lauren has no haters, I am dead. But Faith said she's gonna give him a chance at being monogamous with her. While they go and meet her family, she's gonna introduce him as a friend.
So you don't want to introduce his boyfriend? What, just this guy?
For now, it can't be.
I hope this is simply because he already bought the tickets, cause girl, dump him. And then finally this week we have a new couple. We meet Vanya. She's 41 years old and lives in Orlando, Florida, where she works as a belly dancer, permanent makeup artist, vegan baker, and medical sales rep. Now, Vanya grew up in war-torn Bosnia, so after her past engagement ended with her ex cheating on her with like a whole other life, she was kind of eat, pray, loving through Bosnia, Croatia, a couple other countries, when she matched on a dating app with Bojo, a 38-year-old pro basketball player.
He has a six-pack that I want to wash some laundry on.
They didn't meet up in Croatia at the time, but they've been talking ever since, and now it's time for her to go meet him in person for the first time. Well, that is, if he doesn't call her and tell her he's dating someone else, because that happened before when she first tried to go meet him.
I would call and he wouldn't pick up the phone, and all of a sudden it came out that he was seeing someone else.
And it kind of feels like it's happening again. I don't know, girl, this isn't a good sign.
I keep calling him and he's not picking up. Now, I know it's a 6-hour time difference, but I just haven't heard from him this whole day today, and it actually makes me feel a little scared.
But this show is filled with people getting bad signs and pushing for it anyway, so we'll just have to see what happens. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this week's episode. Like and subscribe while you're there, and head over to popculture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call.